Welcome back everyone. Today we are taking an early look at the brand new rings that were just added to the game. I will break down their effects, explain how they work and help you decide which ones are actually worth using. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future guides. Alright guys, let's start with Mountain's Peak. This ring is made for martials bikesmen, especially for heroes with turn-based skill damage. So this rings will increase the commander's damage 8.8%. And as you can see, this is at level 40. This is an amazing, by the way. Commander's damage 8.8%. This is very good. But troops attack and troops defense. I prefer troops defense with health, but still not bad. But health is more important than attacks. Anyway, Whip of Chains. This is the skill name. Activation chance is 100%. That means this is a passive skill. Increases the turn-based skill damage of this hero and your commander by 22.71. This is very good. So that means we're increasing every turn-based skill damage for two heroes by 22.71%. This is very good, but it's not scaling, which is the weakest part of this ring. But still, if we have like 4 turn-based skills, it will be increased by 22.71, but this is at level 40. So the second part, when this hero triggers signature turn-based skills, increases the damage of your commander's next signature turn-based skill by 11.36% might bonus. Alright, so the second part is very good, actually. It's not bad. The percentage is low at level 40, to be honest, but it's still scaling with my bonus. Now, the problem is triggering a signature turn-based skills. That means you have to wait every 6 seconds because that's how it works with turn-based heroes. Most of their skills triggers every 6 seconds, every 8 seconds, 9 seconds, some of them 12. It depends which hero we are talking about. But this is the weakest part with turn-based skills hero. That's why most of the people, most of the players, they are not using this marsh. Because the damage output, it will take very long time to deal damage. And now, if you are wondering which lineup we should use this ring with, what hero? I will tell you. First of all, it's Martial Bikesman because that's the only lineup we have for now. And it should be always used with the second damage dealer in this lineup, not the commander, because if you want the full benefit from this ring, it should be used with the second hero. Because now, if you use it on Octavian, it will boost his skill damage and also the commander. At the same time, we can always use Ram. We don't need to use Octavian if you want to have a more tanky lineup. We can use Ram. Ram also use turn-based skill damages skills. Also, the second part of this ring is very tricky because it says whenever this hero it triggers his signature turn-based skill, see, triggers, no damage. It's not saying whenever this hero's turn-based skill deals damage. No, only a trigger a turn-based skill, it will boost the next signature turn-based skill damage. So all what we need from the second hero to trigger his signature turn-based skill without dealing damage, which is working well with Ram. But this ring will not benefit you if you are using it on Chinchi. So why I don't recommend this Marsh, or most of the people, most of the players, they are not using this lineup because of the damage. The damage every 9 seconds triggers a skill, or every 6 seconds, and some skills needs like 12 seconds to triggers. This is like a long time, like it is a long timer to triggers their skills. Other marshes, they have a chance every seconds. Like every second, they have like a 50% chance, 60% chance to trigger their damage skill, which deals damage faster than any other marshes. Like if we are going for Lubu, and every turn he have a chance to double normal attack, which help him to triggers his secondary skills. But waiting 9 seconds for one skill, waiting 6 seconds, whatever, it's still a long period. But both rings now boost this lineup, this signature or turn-based skill damage, like by a huge amount of percentage of damage. But still, the timer is really not helping. Anyway, we will do more tests on this lineup in the future when we have a very good, strong KVK, so we can understand how this lineup will perform in field and also in rallies. And now with the second ring, Disastrous Tyrant. And this ring looks very cool with the dragon head and the red gem. Skill damage 8.8%. Rage recovery speed. Oh my god, this is what he needs. He needs more rage recovery speeds, 13.2%. So Napoleon needs to trigger his commander skill like too fast to deal tons of damage. Troops health 4.4%. Thank you for giving troops health, not troops attack, not troops defense, because that's what most lineups needs, a troops health. Now for the skill of this ring, high stakes. Activation chance 25%. It's a low activation chance, to be honest. It's not that big, and maybe this is the reason this ring will be little weak, because 25% is really not a big boost. Deal strategy damage to the enemy troop, damage rate 181.68% strategy bonus. The damage of this ring is really weak at level 40. Comparing to Azori Moon, to other rings, this damage is really weak. But at least there is more things coming from this ring. And increases the damage the enemy troop takes from your commander skill by 4.54%, up to 3 stacks. This is amazing part, because 3 stacks, that's mean around 14%, around that 14% anyway. This is a huge boost for the commander skill, because we already have a skill damage of 8.8%, and now we have also another stack of increased damage take from your commander skill. And then we have for the first 30 seconds, which is very good. This part is amazing, because this part will not trigger with the 25% chance. This part will trigger separately, which is for the first 30 seconds after entering battle, increases the damage of your commander skill by 22.71%. This is good. This is very good. It does not scale with its strategy or any bonuses, but this is still a big boost for the commander skill. And after 30 seconds, which is the bad part of this ring, the damage taken by your troop increases by 11.36% until the end of the battle. This is the problem with this ring, that you will receive more damage after 30 seconds, which is 11.36%. This is bad actually, but still this is after 30 seconds. Okay, so archers usually they don't stay up to like 40 seconds or 35 seconds alive, because they will just get hit by Lubu and destroyed by Lubu. But it's still, overall, this is not the best ring ever. This is a mid-core ring, but this ring is just made for Napoleon. You need this ring actually. This ring is better for Napoleon than Azori Moon, because the damage increases for Napoleon, and the rage recovery is what he needs. And this is how it looks like. This is the Marsh Napoleon with the ring of this Disastrous Tyrant, also Eleanor, and the third option is not always used. Some of the people, they replace Saladin with Jogilian or with Confucius, but what I prefer is to play with the full Marsh with the full rage. Some of them they will use Conficus to increase the sustain of this march to make it like last more and more. But if you are going to use Conficus with Napoleon, that means you cannot play Beros, or you cannot even play with Ramses. So I still prefer for my own side to play with Saladin and Eleanor with this Napoleon. And the third ring, and I know most of you waiting for this part, Dawn's Grace. This ring is like created specially for passive skill damage, which is Cyrus and Warrior Bikesman for now. This skill will increase commander's damage by 8.8%. As we can tell, like 3 rings for now increases. 2 of them increases commander's damage and 1 of them increases skill damage, which is a very good thing. And now we can tell troops defense and troops health. Perfect ring. Defense 17.6%. Amazing. Perfect. And troops health 4.4%. Very good. Now, for now, everything is good with this ring. But now, when we go to check this ring skill, Seasoned Pikesman. Activation chance 100%. That's me because it's a passive skill. When hit by a normal attack, there is a 50% chance to increase the might and armor of the 2 heroes with the highest might in your troop by 1.51 up to 18 stacks. 1 stack per second. And this is the problem with this ring. Because we don't need this first part. Even if we are saying 1.51 multiplied by 18 stacks for 2 heroes for might and armor, still this is not the huge boost for this ring. This is not a huge boost for the heroes. But when fully stacked, increases the damage of the passive skills of all the heroes in your troop by 30.28%. By 28%. This is the most important part in this ring. But to achieve at this boost 30.28%, we need a full 18 stacks. And it's just a 50% chance. So let's say we need at minimum 18 seconds. If you are just lucky with the 18 normal hit, you got 18 stacks in 18 seconds, and which is impossible. There's like no way to achieve that. Then you will achieve the boost, the increase of the passive skill damage by 30.28%. So we need maybe around 21, 23 seconds, maybe 25 seconds to get this boost. But let me tell you this is in 1v1, this ring will not deal good damage, will not like triggers that fast. But as we always know, for bikesmen, for warriors bikesmen, whenever they get swarmed by 2, 3, 4 marches, they triggers their skills faster. So we need to get hit by 2 to 3 marches at the same time to have a more chance to stack more points. So maybe, yes, we can achieve it in 18 to 20 seconds, or maybe, I don't know, we will see about that. Maybe less, there is no less, because it's only up to 1 stack per second. But at the end, we will need a good amount of time to achieve this skill increase. And this is I love this ring. Everything is good, but it's only in a swarm situation. That means your Cyrus should be tanky. You should need a tank Cyrus. You need to have a very strong Cyrus to last more than 18. For sure, Cyrus lasts more than 18 seconds. Even if he gets hit by swordsman, forget about Mia. But who deals like tons of damage to Cyrus and Warriors by X-Man, Ramses, and Beros, also King Arthur. So if you want to play with Dawn's Grace with this brand new ring, you need to have something like a very high level of tranquil water. The reason is you will have a massive damage decrease for the first 18 seconds, also a skill damage reduced and health, and this ring will help you to last longer until this ring it triggers the increase of damage of all skill damage. And we all know we don't need Mansa Musa to this damage, that huge damage, because the only now, if you are going for Metal or Golden Odyssey, only his signature skill, Devote Radiance, will deal passive damage. But Roland, 0 damage. He only heals, buff, recovery, reduce damage, increase the damage of Cyrus. That's it. So the main damage dealer for this march will be Cyrus. So we need to have a very heavy sustain, high sustain, big damage reduce, big health. We need everything to be on this march just to make it work. And now with the final ring, my favorite one, Swirling Tempest. Why I love this ring? This ring is really tricky. Like, look at this. Troops damage reduction, 8.8%. Troops defense, 8.8%. Troops health, 4.4. Like, this is a huge sustain. Like, it will boost the sustain of your lineup, like, by big numbers. And then you can go for his skill. When entering battle, reduces the critical strike damage the enemy troops deals by 22.71% for 18 seconds. Triggers at most once every 60 seconds. Forget about this. But this is the first ring actually that reduces critical strike damage. This is very good ring against Lubu, against King Arthur, against also Scipio, Miyamoto with the Scipio. This ring is like crazy good. Okay, some people they say this is a mid-core ring. I will tell you why they call it a mid-core ring. The reason is the second part. After entering, but for me, I don't find it like a mid-core, to be honest. I love it. It's nice. It's like a ring with a boost of damage reductions, boost of sustain, and then you can go, after entering battle, reduces your troops' damage taken by 3%. Wow. And see, like this is another damage reduce and increases the strategy damage of all your heroes in your troop by 1.51%, 51%. Strategy bonus. So this ring scales with the strategy, increases and boosting your damage reductions and increase all heroes damage. And every 3 seconds, you will get 1 stack. So up to 6 stacks. So we have to multiply everything by 6. So the damage reduction in this ring, if we just forget about the damage boost, okay, let's just ignore the damage boost now. Okay, it's not a huge boost. It's not like Skywars Knight. No. Okay, but this ring like completely amazing ring if you want to increase your lineup sustain. You will have troops damage reduction from here, and you will have it from the ring after entering for 6 stacks. Again, you will have a critical strike damage decrease, and this is good. I can fight Lubu now. So the thing is, this ring is really tricky because you will get the full stacks at 21 seconds. So reaching 21 seconds, you will be having full stack of damage increase, damage decrease, and then you won't have the critical strikes, and for sure we will not last for 60 seconds. But the funny part, this ring in rallies, and this is what I want to test. This is an early guide, but I want to test this ring in rallies because for sure, after 60 seconds, and most of us will last more than 60 seconds if you are in rallies, if you are reinforcing, you will have this 22.71% damage reduction, critical strike damage reduction triggers again for 18 seconds, which is very good. I love this ring. And for some of you, like many people, they use it with Beerus. If you are playing with Beerus, anyway, this ring is not only for one lineup. Like this ring will works with Beerus, with Ramses as swordsman, as an archers. Will works with more with Suleiman and San Luis because two damage dealers. Also will work with Belisarius as a pikesman. Most of the strategy damage dealers, because this increased strategy damage for all heroes in your lineup, which is amazing. So, but for me, I wanted to try something, and I will do it in the next KVKs. Maybe not this KVK because we are not going through easy hard KVK. Maybe in the future, next stage, or whenever we have a very good KVK, strong one, I want to test this ring also with Miyamoto. With Mia. Why I want to test it with Mia? I don't care about the strategy, but I care about the damage reduction of this ring and the critical strike damage reduction for this ring against Lubu in the rallies against King Arthur. So this is a very good sustain for my lineups, and that's what I'm looking to try. At last, I will just share my recommendations, my earlier recommendations actually. For Mountain's Peak, it's only for turn-based skill damage, which is Marshall's Bikesman I explained before. And I don't recommend this lineup, to be honest. Like, the DPS from this lineup is not that good. It's if you want to play Bikesman, you can go for Cyrus, you can go even for Belisarius, a strategy damage lineup. But Mountain's Peak will only works with this for now with this lineup. So I don't recommend you getting Mountain's Peak if you are not a main or a big Kraken that you want to use it, or sometimes you want to use it. Now, for Disaster Use Tyrant, this ring, as I said before, this only for Napoleon. And most of the players who's playing or using Napoleon, they are like Krakens, big whales. So I don't recommend mid spenders or free to play to get this ring. You will not get anything, like zero benefit, to be honest. Like, okay, skill damage, troop health, that's fine, but rage recovery, that's fine. But the skill damage is low at level 40. Also, it's only for heroes, commanders that trigger spam their commander skill. So I don't recommend this one, only for whales and krakens, big whales and krakens. And for Dawn Grace, for now, until now, I don't recommend this ring. To be honest, like, you will waste all or you're gonna throw a big sustain from the other rings, because you have to play with ring mod. This is a main ring. You need to use Trinkle Water for a big sustain. And then what? Mod will not give you sustain. Only Tranquil Water, which is not enough. You can go, and this is, I'm saying, for free to play or for mid spenders, because you need this ring at higher level. And actually, let me tell you this: all brand 4 new rings, they have a very low stats at lower level. Like level 10, level 20, even level 30, we started. At level 30, if you're saying a ring, level 30 ring, that's mean you started to get a boost, real boost from the rings. But if you're telling me I'm going to buy a ring and use it at level 10, or maybe starting level 20, I will tell you, no, this ring will not help you. Because your Cyrus will die. If you are a free-to-play Cyrus, if you are a mid-spender Cyrus, you will not, like, your Cyrus will die from Ramses too fast. Like at 18 seconds, 20 seconds, your Cyrus will melt. But like I'm saying, this is an early guide. This is an early recommendation. We still have time to test these rings more and more and more. The only ring that I really recommend for now, and I feel like even at level 20, you will get something from this ring, Swirling Tempest. Because we can tell the ring will give you troops damage reduction, troops defense, health, a critical strike, like, and 6 stacks with the strategy bonus. So this ring scales with the strategy. So this ring is good. And getting this ring even at level 30, even if you say, okay, I'm gonna focus this ring to make it level 30, I'm telling you, this ring will do really good, especially in a long battles. Like if your battle will last like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, in rallies, I still believe this ring will works very well in rallies. But like I said, we have to test it more and more. So again, so I don't want someone to tell me, Alucard, you said this. No, I'm telling you, this is my early recommendation. We still need to do more tests. But for now, this is the ring that I love. This is the ring that I have seen it like doing very well with the stacks. Even if it's like having the full stacks at 21 seconds, that's fine for me. Because if you are playing with Jogelian and Confucius, actually this lineup is really tanky. Like the recovery, the damage reductions, it will last more and more than like the other rings. So that's everything for today's video. If you like it, hit the like button and just wait for the next video. See ya.